So I wanted to teach y'all today how to use Canva to make your own flyers and to help you stay to your brand and stand out amongst all the other consultants who use the same flyers from the flyer groups that all the consultants use, right? Okay, so I'm on canva.com, C-A-N-V-A, you can see up here. There's also an app. It's the same Canva, and your creations will transfer between the app and the website. I use the app when I'm like sitting in the car line and I want to make a quick flyer, but I also really like to use the website because there's some things you can do on the desktop version that you can't do on the app. I do not use the premium service. I use the free one. And so that just means that I only get to use the, the free backgrounds and things that they have. But I mean, that's never been an issue, and I never thought, gosh, I really should spend the money and get the updated or the premium Canva. Okay, so this is where we're going to start, and you can see they have already set, they know, or Canva knows the measurements of all the different social media banners and pictures and things, so they have those already here for you. Sometimes it takes a little tweaking because Facebook, for whatever reason, everybody likes to change the size of things every once in a while. So today we're going to make just a Facebook post, okay? I hope this is, I'm going to try and keep this relatively quick because I know folks don't want to watch 30-minute videos about how to create something. There's something about flyers that I just love making flyers. I used to use just some little app back when I first started, and they weren't as great looking as what Canva can do. So that's what I want to teach y'all, okay? So now I've selected Facebook post, right? And over here, there's lots of ones that are already made, and you can choose. And it says right here down in the bottom, it tells you which ones are free. Okay, and you can also click on one that doesn't say free. That just means if you wanted to use their picture, you would have to pay. So if you like this flyer and you click on it, this would still be here. You would just have to replace this picture with something else. So let's say you like the way this triangle looks and you want to put some picture of bars scattered out on your floor right here. You could do that and then just change the wording here if you wanted to. Okay, so relying on these pre-made ones is a good idea because they have the font already there and picked out, and ones that look good together, and endless possibilities. Okay, you see all this? They have a couple for fall, some mountain ones like skiing or snow. Okay, Easter, lots of them, lots of different options. All right, so remember to stick to your brand. So you need to decide on what your favorite fonts are, like no more than 3. Really, I only ever use 2 fonts on a flyer. And then your colors, you want to stick to your colors, and then if you have a certain background that you like, whatever that is. Okay, so let's make a flyer for the Mother's Day bundles. All right, so here I'm not going to choose a layout. I want to just go make it from scratch. Okay, so you can then make your own from scratch instead of using a pre-made one. So here it's just a blank canvas, literally a blank canvas, and I'm going to look for the Mother's Day bundles. Here's our website. Let's make one for the sunflowers. So now when you want to save this, just right click on your, and you can do this on the app too on your phone. You can't right click, you have to just click and save, however that works on your phone. But save image, which I've saved this picture already earlier, save image. And then these all are transparent, or PNG is what they're called. That means the background is transparent, so there's no white background. So that will make it look pretty when you add it to your flyer, okay? So let's say you go over here, you save the graphic from our website, okay? And then it's on your computer, right? So then you're going to go to uploads and then click upload an image, and it will go right into all your files, okay? So like I said, I've already saved it here. So then I'm going to click on it and it will pop up over here. See? All right. And you can resize it, just like, I mean, I'm sure y'all know how these things work. Resize it, make it bigger, or you can go this way. All right. You see how that works? Okay. So let me move my face over here. So I'm going to move this section. Okay. So we're going to actually delete that because I want to start over. Okay. So we're going to go to elements. When you start, this is where we were before. Okay. So we're going to go to elements because I'm thinking with that sunflower warmer, I want to add some grass. So you can see where I've played with this already to make sure I didn't make a fool of myself while I was doing this training. Okay, so now again, you can see some say free, some say they're paid. You'll see ones that have a little crown. That means you have to Canva for work is what those are. Okay, so you can select just photos. This will give you ones that are only photographs. Look at that gorgeous beach one. Wow, I have to remember that. Nope, mommy's doing a training. Please go back in there. No, no. Please go in there and close the door. And then graphics, of course, is just anything that's like clip art, right? Okay. And some of those still you have to pay for. Okay. So here, let's choose this one. And I'm going to make it bigger so it stretches across here. Okay. I'm going to slide it down. All right. So now it looks like we have grass at the bottom of our picture, right? So where is our sunflowers? I went back to uploads and it's right there. I just clicked on it. Boom. There it is. Okay. So I want to make this a little smaller. And I want to move that. Actually, I don't like the way that looks just sitting on that grass. That doesn't look as cool as what I thought. So I'm going to click on that and click delete. I don't like that. So let's go back over to elements. You can search for anything in here. Like, you know that my brand is all beachy and coastal and ocean and whatever. So, and flamingos. So lots of times I search for beach, ocean, flamingos. And sometimes these things change too. So, let's see if there's one of those. Which one I used earlier? Where did it go? Oh, here we go. Okay. I really prefer to use photographs when I make my flyers. Something about photographs just looks more professional and prettier to me. So, okay. So I'm going to move this over a little so I have more empty space. And then when I click off of this, yep, there it goes. Okay. So when I clicked off of that, my sunflowers popped up. But I kind of want this. I want to switch this. Like I want this tall grass to be here in this empty space where the bars are. I know I'm being really particular, but I want to show y'all how to do this. Okay, so I'm going to click off, and I'm going to select my grass. And then I can click flip horizontal, and it's going to flip it for me. See? Okay. So now I can move this over here and see how that's just, I don't know, that's what I wanted. Just like that. Okay. And I right clicked on that, pull that down a little bit. Excuse me. Okay. So now we have this gorgeous picture, right? If this background is kind of distracting and taking away from the warmer or the product that you're trying to show. You can click on that again and go up here. Transparency is what that little symbol means. And watch what happens when I click on this and drag it. The background kind of fades, right? And you can go really dim. So then there's just this hint of grass. You can also use a filter. Now, if you're familiar with Instagram, you know about filters, right? Again, I always use the same filter because I want to stick true to my brand and I want everything to kind of look the same. So I always use Cali for some reason. I don't know, that's just the one that I have always liked. So here's none. See how it's kind of darker and more green, and then watch what Cali does to it. I don't know, I don't know. I have always just liked that one. I don't always use a filter, and you can certainly play with this and choose a different one. But I think this sunflower warmer looks really pretty with that in. It's Easter and grass. I don't know, so that's where I got the idea. So I'm just gonna dim that just a little bit so you can still, so that pops a little more instead of that green grass. All right, so do you see what I'm doing? Now I'm gonna add text. Click text, and it gives you options. It'll give you a big option right here. My computer's just thinking. Little and then tiny. Okay, so we're going to click on, well, and it gives you options. Again, these include 2 fonts together. So if you like the look of one of these, then it's already there, and you just change the wording, like it shows you exactly how it's going to look. All right, but again, I want y'all to learn how to do it yourself. But those options are great. The spacing is already there, the alignment, everything, it's really nifty. Okay, so I'm going to add Mother's Day bundle. What's the name of this one? Rustic Sunflower. So let's say rustic. How about we just share it as a bundle and not as a Mother's Day bundle. So maybe more people would be inclined to buy it. How about that? Like, oh, I don't need a Mother's Day gift. How about we just advertise it as just a bundle? Okay, so now while this is selected, I have fonts that I use in all of my stuff. I use the same 2 fonts always. So again, just to keep everything consistent. So when somebody on my VIP group or somewhere sees my flyer, like they know that that's me, right? That's my flyer, okay? And just like Word, you're just going to change the size of this just a little bit until, yeah, this stretches it to make this all fit. See? Okay. And then there's guidelines. That purple shows you the center, so you don't have to eye it. It does all that for you. Rustic Sunflower bundle. Okay. Beautiful. Now you could try like, oh, maybe I like it in white better. Nope. Can't do that. It doesn't show up. What you can do is change this one to white and then click copy. Copies that exactly. Turn that one into black. Then you can create a shadow effect. And then sometimes I have to use the arrow keys. Look how that pops. You can do it, that's right over top. So you can do it just a little or even a little more like that. How about that? Wow. I love the look of that. Okay. Let's see if we can change this. Because that sun spot right there is kind of distracting. So let's move this up a little bit. Okay. Look, I love that. And it's, how much is that one? $30. Wow. Only $30. Okay. So now I'm going to choose the smaller. I'm still going to change it. Choose this one. And my other fonts, let me go in here and find out. I never remember the name of it, but I know which one it is. It starts with the B. Here it is. Okay. And we're going to increase the size. Now I'm going to show you how to, all right, so we're going to go back to elements. And I want something that I can put under that $30. Like, let's see if they have a sunflower shape that we can put under there. It might look cheesy. That's a great thing. We can just look and see. You could even do like this background and put that on top. How cute would that be? All right, let's see what this guy looks like. Okay, we're going to make it smaller. See what I'm doing? I'm just creating a background for my, oopsie, it's still selected. Okay, so now this 30, let me get a hold of it. There it goes. Now I can drag it. I can't drag it when it's like this, but once it gets to the crosshair arrow thingies, here we go. Does that look weird? Make it bigger. And I'm gonna, this little guy on the bottom lets you turn that a little. So let's turn it. I think my sunflower needs to be a little bigger. Just a little bit. Okay. So do you see what I'm doing? I don't know that I love that, but you get the idea. Okay. You can also look for a burst. That's what these are called. Most of these, I don't know, bursts must be really popular because most of these you have to pay for. So what you can do is just go look for shapes and scroll through, and there's all kinds of different shapes. See? So let me show you one of these. You could do like a frame like this. You get the idea, right? How this is working. There's one of these the other day. I don't remember where I found it. Okay, how about this one? And we can change the colors. So the part that's white, we'll make greenish. And the part that's gray, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Okay, how about that? Okay, we can put this. How about that? We'll put this behind. Is this looking hideous? Now, I'm just experimenting because I want y'all to learn how to use this, and then you can create your own. But okay, so let's take this. Now it's on the front, right? So we want to change the position of that. So click on position. Once it's selected, click position, and we can send it backwards. So we're going to send it back behind the sunflower and behind the price. That kind of looks cool, actually. Oh, okay. So now any flyer that you're gonna put on, see it's so, because the text is not on top of the sunflower, so it's picking up the sunflower. So I need to send that backwards. So then I can click on the text and copy it. Any flyer that you're going to share on your public Facebook needs to have the Scentsy logo or Independent Scentsy Consultant. So if you're going to share it on your VIP page or your business page, your VIP group or your business page, then it doesn't, because you've already established that you are an Independent Scentsy Consultant, right? Okay, so once I have used those fonts in that flyer, they pop up right here on the top. So that's really easy to find those after you've used them once. Now, here's my website. So I'm going to sneak it down here, and I don't like that to be super obvious, so I kind of make it small. And I'm going to put the Scentsy logo. Now, I've already uploaded the Scentsy logo before. Some of your pretty pictures are there. So I just need to go and find where it was last. Well, I thought it was on here. You can see all the things that I've made, right? And you can do crazy things with, maybe it's not on here. You can do crazy things, like I took a picture of my husband right here and put somebody else's, like a silly face on top of there. See now, okay, so this one is the logo, but it has the white background. It's not the transparent one. So if I add that, it's going to have the white square around it, or rectangle. And that's not so pretty. So I'm going to use this one that doesn't have the background on it. See the difference? See, this one is not white. Okay. So here we go. I'm just going to. This is pretty easy, right? Am I making it look easy? Now I'm going to line that Scentsy logo up with the 30. That's what it's doing for me. Let me know. Like I said, I know y'all won't watch a video that's very long. Okay, so let's move this, because I want this to be, let's move that down. Here we go. Let's make it even with that bottom of that warmer and stuff. Okay. So then maybe I'll just put this over here. And see, it's in the center. It's telling me that purple line. It's telling me it's centered on there. Okay. So not too shabby, right? What do you think? Do you kind of understand it now? I wanted to show y'all one more thing. So let's say we'll play with my husband, since his picture's on here already. So let's say, let me add him. Okay. Let's say we want to make your picture more personal, or your flyer. Like, you know, the postcards that I send y'all sometimes have my picture on them, and I put my picture on lots of things to so people know who they're shopping with, right? So if they get a bar, it has my picture on it. I have it right here. But so let's say you have a picture and it has a background, okay? Because this is a picture I took of my husband in our bedroom, but I had to take out the background. So you just go to Word, of all places. Let me move my face again. You just go to Word and insert. This is just an empty, regular document, okay? I'm going to insert. Sorry, my computer's thinking. Pictures. And this is going to bring up, you know, my desktop where all my pictures are. Let me try and do this quickly. Let's see. See if I can find it. Those pictures pop up. I'm going to search. Oh. How about, okay, we'll do one of me. Okay, here's one of me. Okay, we'll do this one. All right. So here it has this background, right? This is a selfie I took in front of my bathroom door because the light's good in my bathroom. So I want to take away this background. So click on remove background and it's going to do it for you, but some of it might, see, like it took away my hair. So that looks weird and it cut off my hat. So I want to increase the, nope, I'm literally doing a training. So I need you to go back in there, please. No.
Get up 1 minute.
No, not right now while I'm doing a training. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to click mark areas to keep. And I'm going to select my hair. So I'm going to click on this and draw a line. So it'll unclick all that. Now my shirt, because I need shoulders. Get all that. Okay. See how I'm doing this? Oh, I didn't get all that. Okay. That little curl of hair is fine. Everything else looks good. Okay, so now it's still going to show this part. So I need to keep changes, but then see it has this part back there. So I'm going to click remove background again and then mark areas to remove. So this part, see, I just click on this one. Whoops. There it goes. Okay, so now I can keep changes. All right, look at that. Okay, so now I'm going to click, right click on this, save as picture. I'm going to put it where I can find it. Desktop, profile pic. Okay, so now it's saved. Now I'm going to go back over to Canva. Let's take John out of the, come on, dude, delete you. Okay, and then I'm going to go to uploads, right? Because that's how I upload things. There it goes. Upload an image. Profile pic. Okay. See, it says PNG because that means it's transparent. I've saved it as a picture with no background. So see how it shows up here with no background. That's how I know that it's PNG. Okay, so I'm gonna, oopsie. Now, did you see what I just did? Since I dragged it over instead of just clicking it, it was gonna put my face on the background instead of the grass. So just clicking it inserts it right here. So now, not that I would put my face on this flyer, but I just want to show you how you can do that, okay? So if you have some sort of flyer where you want your face, then that's how easy it is, okay? I hope that this has been helpful. I was looking for a quick little, yeah, let's put my, I hope, I'm just being silly. I hope this has been super helpful and will help you make your own personal flyers so you can stand out and not just have the same flyers that everybody else has. Now, let me add something here to the end. Remember that we can't make flyers for our cause products, anything that's licensed, like the MLB warmers, and we can't make flyers with the Disney stuff. All of those are already for us made in the marketing tab of our workstation. All the other warmers and products you can. The only things that we have to stick to are if you're going to post it on your personal Facebook page where everybody can see it, then it needs to have the Scentsy logo or independent Scentsy consultant. You can do it in just regular, any font somewhere on there, even if it's just, small down along the bottom. And if it's going to be on your VIP group or your business page, it doesn't need the Scentsy logo or the independent Scentsy consultant little tag. Okay? Hope that was helpful. Let me get this thing to